Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Creepy Top. I just made 2 upload videos. I said I was just gonna make it tomorrow, but I didn't. I ended up making it today, back to back. I'm sorry about that. You know that snuff film? Yeah, that's crazy. Girl, I think she really did. She was smelling about it. Well, anyway, I'm gonna be reacting to They Thought I Was Living Until Something Horrible Happened, Part 1. So I guess we'll do another part to it. Let's play. Let's react. I'm gonna react.
Hello everyone. My name is Curtis, and there was something secret and sinister hidden beneath my shed. When I found out about it, my life was changed forever.
Whoa.
About 5 years ago, when my grandfather died, my parents inherited a big piece of land, a long drive out of town. Finally, they could realize their lifelong...
Dang, they wealthy. They got a big old house and everything. They're so freaking wealthy. Man, I wish I'd be like that. Big old house and everything. But anyway, get back to the video.
dream to live surrounded by lakes and forests. As soon as the house there was finished, we packed our things and moved there. I hated them for doing it to me. I had friends. I had a social life. I even volunteered at the local shelter. But they didn't care. We started fighting a lot. I tried making up more and more excuses not to go, but the decision was made. We were alone, surrounded by nature, and this old house that seemed to be uninhabited. And for a while, it seemed peaceful. But this one morning, my mom asked me to go pick some basil from our garden. I went out of our little house to the garden. I was walking around...
But before I play again, sorry about this, but what the is that? Like, what is this? Look at his hairline. What is that? Them waves. No, no. They look like that rabbit. Hey, look. If you put a line to it, you know, like, go like this way. Look at his hairline. Look at this dude's hairline. That missed his hairline. Oh, he got waves now. That's bad.
When I saw that our carrot patch was empty, and there were footprints. Big ones.
Oh.
I went to the greenhouse, and there were some vegetables missing there, too.
Okay.
I ran back home and told my mom, but she just scoffed at me. Great. Now you're gonna make up a story about a vegetable thief for us to...
Shut the up. Your ugly self. Shut up. Bald head. Blonde girl.
Get out of here. That's very big of you, Curtis. She didn't believe me. During the next couple of weeks, I'd see something missing from our garden, and I wouldn't say anything. But the more I tried to ignore it, the more strange things started to happen. Like this one evening, when I went to the lake. I laid my bike on the grass and went in for a swim. A naked swim, if you will. But I figured, who cares? Either way, I was alone. There was no one there for who knows how many miles. That's when I heard someone giggling. I was pretty sure it was a girl. I turned around, couldn't see anything, but I heard a noise. A branch snapping somewhere in the bushes. I took my t-shirt, trying to get dressed quickly to check on it. But as soon as I did, a shadowy figure ran from the bushes deep into the forest.
Whoa.
Stop! I shouted.
That's some crazy, weird. I bet that was a girl too. I just know it. But let's continue on with the video.
But she was gone. I decided not to chase after her, but instead to look around.
Yep, it was
I went through the bushes, walked around the lake, and saw some strange things laying around. Evidence that someone was really lurking around. There were a couple of fish gutted near the footbridge, surrounded by rocks like they had been sacrificed, and a strange silver cross in the bushes. I went home to try and piece it all together, but I couldn't. I mean, there wasn't enough evidence, but there was one place I had to look.
Where?
One place that had to have a secret hidden
Your
in there.
house.
The abandoned house near our home.
Oh.
The next morning, I went to the nearby town to ask around.
So you
I
gonna
didn't
look in
want
a
people to
crazy
get
psycho
suspicious,
house?
so I went...
He don't. Why you gonna look in the abandoned house? Oh, he did dumb.
Went into a grocery store and casually asked the cashier if she knew who this house belonged to. She was an old woman, so she must have heard something. She told me this short story about a small family of 4 that lived there. Parents, a son, and a younger daughter. They were pretty eccentric and wouldn't go out of the house much, she said. But about 6 years ago, the woman had died of a strange disease, and they had all disappeared from existence. Their car was gone, they were nowhere to be found, and they didn't receive any letters. So everyone figured that the father and the kids had moved somewhere that didn't remind them of their terrible loss. I thanked her and left, already planning my evening to get to the bottom of
Grocery
this.
store.
I decided to go there at night
Look at
because my
that
parents
hairline.
would never let me. But
That hairline.
I got more than I asked for. That evening, I prepared myself like I was going on a mission. I packed a bag, checking every possible box. Flashlight, scissors, a knife, water, anything I could grab and put it in there. And a small camera so I could finally reason with my parents. I walked through the fields and reached the abandoned house. The porch was overgrown with creepers, dusty, filthy. The doors were unlocked and a little bit open, so... But there was one little thing I did find that would haunt me weeks later.
Okay.
I went to the girl's room, and near the mirror, I found a hairbrush. It was antique and had initials engraved on the handle. It was mesmerizing. I don't know what came over me, but I took it. As I was going downstairs, the floorboard let out a small cracking sound, and the chant suddenly stopped. I was too scared to stay there, so I ran away as soon as possible. Ran through the field, into my house, and into my room. All night, I laid in my bed in my clothes, shaking, hearing these voices inside my head, wondering if I was going insane. But I wasn't insane. As in a week's time, someone would come looking for that hairbrush, and our lives there in the middle of nowhere would change forever. For the next couple of days, there was no sign of the vegetable thief. It's like whatever was in that house. Thursday, I was biking around the lake when my bike broke down. I walked back home that evening and decided to...
Oh, man. Stupid commercials. Dang. Stupid commercials.
They sent me the red set.
Man, nobody care about
the red
you.
set looks like this.
Look.
Sexy. Oh,
Ugly
my
girl.
goodness. This is
Your
what the
ugly
top looks
self.
like. It's
Get
like
out
a
of
little
here.
bralette, but it's in a...
Out of here.
fix it right away, so I went to our shed. I was listening to music and working on my bike when I saw one of the floorboards move. My body froze instantly. What was this? Why was there a crazy, out-of-nowhere, movie-like secret passage under my shed? I saw a hand coming out of the hole. I took a screwdriver, getting ready for a fight. Then, the whole figure crawled out, and I was met with the most beautiful brown eyes staring at me. A girl, about 16, sat on the ground, looking at me. She smiled at me and said, "You took my hairbrush, didn't you?" It seemed like nothing about this situation seemed strange to her. I was stunned. I felt my mouth opening, but I couldn't make a sound. "I'd like that back, if you don't mind," she said. I sat down near her, and she didn't seem to mind. "Where is this leading to?" I asked, trying not to scare her. "The father wouldn't like me answering questions," the girl answered. Strange, but the father sounded like a nickname. I tried asking her some more questions, but she kept insisting that I give her back the hairbrush. I went to my room and came back with it. Raven, that was her name, took the brush in her hands as if it was the most valuable thing she had held in her life, and mumbled, "It was my mom's." She stood up, smiled at me with the most innocent smile, and said, "You seem nice. It's a shame you have to die," and went back into the tunnel. I tried shouting, but she didn't answer, and I didn't feel like going into that passage all alone. But I kept thinking, what did she mean by that? Why would I die? Did I know too much? Eventually, I would get my answers, even though they were horrible, sinister, and bone-chilling. It would change me and my life completely.
Okay, that was crazy. We'll find out in part 2, I guess, coming out tomorrow or any other day. The name was called They Thought I Was Lying Until Something Horrible Happened, part 1. This is my story. Crazy. Well, I hope you like this video. Please comment and subscribe to my channel. Please, we almost hit to, I got 209 viewers. Please subscribe to my channel. I need it, cause the coronavirus and everything. Just please just give me a lot of subscribers, please. Okay, and likes. Okay, bye bye.